Hi everyone, Laura Zane Wambarocha here with Sage Energy Counseling and Wellness. Today I want to talk to you about your inner critic. Your inner critic is that voice that you have in your head that says things to you that are often unkind. It criticizes you. It doesn't encourage you. It tells you all the things you can't do and why you shouldn't do them. A lot of the things that you'll hear the inner critic say is, you're not good enough, or you can't do that, or who do you think you are to be able to do that? The inner critic is really just cruel. If you were friends with the inner critic, like outside of your body, you'd be kicking this witch to the curb very quickly. There is no way you keep her around as a friend, or him around if you're a guy. But as regular human beings that can't remove them from our head, we often listen to the inner critic way longer than we should. Our inner critic usually comes about because it's our body's way of trying to keep us safe. We develop these skills usually early in childhood to protect ourselves from things that may be too physically, emotionally, or mentally overwhelming. So we come up with these statements that we say in order to help keep us safe. The problem is that as we get older and maybe outgrow those things, we no longer need the inner critic. We no longer need it to keep us safe in the ways that maybe we once did. So there's several strategies to get rid of the inner critic. And they are, first off, recognizing that it's your body's way of trying to keep you safe. And so thanking it, starting with thanking it, letting it know that I appreciate you trying to keep me safe, but you are no longer a help to me. This coping strategy is no longer a help to me. The reason you thank it is because you recognize it that way. A lot of times we want to just kind of push the thought out of our head and push it away. The problem with pushing the thought away is if I tell you, do not think of the color blue. I'm going to wait, don't think of the color blue. What just happened? Blue popped into your head, right? Because as soon as we tell something that we don't want it, it instantly pops in our head. So by thanking it, you're giving it permission to be there, but letting it know that it no longer serves you. The second thing is visualize letting it go. So when you visualize letting something go, I like to use balloons or bubbles. You can use water, whatever works for you. But what I want you to picture is being able to put whatever the thought is into a nice big balloon. So if it's, I'm not good enough. Okay. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. I'm bringing up insecurities. There's insecurities right now. Recognizing the root cause of it. I'm going to put you in my bubble, okay? And I'm going to let you float away. So you have it float away and not stick with you. Then with that empty space, you picture putting something else in there. So you're going to replace it with a healthier thought. Even though I'm feeling insecure about this, I am capable and smart enough to do this. Even if I fail, it's not about my worth, it's about maybe my experience. So you're replacing the negative thought with a more positive thought of some sort. So looking at what is the opposite of it. If I'm not good enough, then even if I make mistakes, am I still capable? Yes. So looking at that. Another way you can look at it is sometimes thoughts feel like overwhelming because we think of all the disaster things that could happen, and that's the inner critic coming out. Well, if you do this, this could happen. If you do this, this could happen. So a lot of times you look at, is it possible, probable, realistic? Is it possible that could happen? Yeah, anything's possible. Is it probable? 90% chance or better that it's going to happen. If you can say no to it's probable, then is it a realistic worry? Is it a realistic worry, or is it your inner critic trying to keep you safe when you no longer need to be safe? So hopefully you found these strategies and tips helpful. I hope that you did. And I will be talking to you again later this week. Thanks. Bye.